Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. The sun is already bright and hot, hot, hot. So I think today is going to be a pretty amazing day. I wanted to come on today because, again, waking up today, I was having a really hard time just really integrating into back into my body and back into the now and what's all going on. I feel like a lot of us are definitely experiencing a lot of things in our sleep, in our dream state. There's probably a lot of us going places, like, who knows, right? I wanted to talk about the children, right? This is where my heart is the most dedicated to. My heart aches the most for the children. My heart is the most joyful at the same time for the children, because I know that there are so many children right now that they come in awakened, right? They're not coming in with the amnesia that we're coming in with. A lot of them are already activated. So, for a long, long time, I've really believed in, all these children that are labeled, this, that, and the other thing. I truly believe that they are gifted children, and that they are children that are having just a really hard time being in this density, this 3D density that's just so dense for them, right? That they operate on, on a higher density, right? In the 5D, things are so much different than they are here, right? So that when they come in here, they have a really, really hard time. And it's nice to finally hear some more people speaking about this. Sherry Divband is one of my favorite people to listen to. She has so much heart for the children. Well, she doesn't call them schools, which I love that she doesn't call them schools. So the learning centers that she is creating and everything that encompasses is so in line with what I truly believe the children need to. I wish I would have had these things, right? And this is where homeschooling, I personally unschool, so we don't do any of the actual, like, curriculums that we're told we're supposed to teach our children. I do a lot of, like, other different things with my kids. We do things like breath work. They've taken Reiki. We're outside as much as we can. We do meditation. We do classes on the chakra system, on manifestation, a lot of playtime for my younger two, and a lot of just like being. They read a lot. So there's just a lot of things that I don't agree with the school systems, and somebody like Sherry is doing that with her learning centers. And it's, if you haven't checked her out yet, I'm definitely gonna link her below here, because her stuff is fantastic. And I just wanted to talk right now because as I woke up this morning and I was having a really hard time, it made me think again about our kids, right? How are our kids doing through all this, through this ascension, and through all these, like, these very strong energies that are coming in, and these activations, and this DNA activations, these light codes. Have you checked in with your kids, and your pets? My pets are another one that I can totally tell that they're needing extra love, they're needing extra water. you know they're feeling it too, right? They're a lot more in tune and sensitive than we are. So So to get back to your children, I just encourage you to please check in with your children, to have different conversations with your children about, things that they may be feeling, things that you're feeling, right? Because then maybe it helps them to realize that, oh, wow, I was feeling that too, and I just didn't understand it, because a lot of us don't understand what we're feeling, right? As adults. So, like I said, because these kids are coming in already activated, they may not be feeling it as strongly as we are, but I think they're still feeling it, right? Things are definitely very high in the energy field, so we're all being affected by it right now. And sometimes just having those conversations with your kids and just checking in with them helps you too, right? Like I said, they're the ones that are coming in already activated. So they've got their gifts already there, right? Like, I look at my three kids, each one of them is uniquely gifted in their own way. I remember my middle daughter, when she was really, really young, she didn't really speak. She could speak, she, when she wanted to, she would, but she just didn't, right? But she had these eyes. She still has these amazing eyes, but she had these eyes that would just, you know, go into you, and you could just feel, if you actually tapped into it, you could tell that she was telling you things, right? She came in with that gift of telepathy, right? I don't know all my kids' gifts. My oldest daughter is this amazing artist, and she recently, I've talked about this before, she's done these drawings of these beings, whether they are her, whether they're her off-world family, I don't quite know. I would love to dive into that more for her, to help her understand it or to remember more. But she definitely has a connection there. My little guy, I was told about him when he was in my belly. I had someone who is very intuitive do a reading on me while she was doing some Reiki. And a lot of the things, pretty much everything that she had said about him is bang on. It's so true. And one of the things I wanted to mention about him, because I just recently heard about this through, talked about with Lily Nova Starseed, and that was this idea of tones, and I wish I could remember exactly what she called it, but so my son can match tones very, very well. Now, his father's, both his father and his father's like parents and brother are fantastic singers and musicians. So he definitely has gotten that gift from them, but I feel like it's even stronger. Like, it goes even further than that. He can match tones. Like, he will hear a tone and then he can just match it, right? And he's really little. So it's just, I remember the first time he did it, it was just like, wow, like he matched that. Even there's times where I'm playing like a singing bowl and he can match that tone. And I know one time we were on the couch and he was like, "What's that sound, Mummy?" And he was hearing the ringing in his ears, and he was able to tell me like what it sounded like. He made the sound of like what it was. And so I feel like he's got this gift of tones, right? Of these. So each and every one of us are uniquely gifted, and it's just realizing and remembering what that gift is, right? So I just want to remind you and encourage you that as you go on your own journey, if you are somebody that has children, don't forget about them. Check in with them, see how they are doing through all this. Another thing I love about unschooling is that I can take the time with my kids on whatever it is that, their interest is, or their, what their gifts are, and help them to explore that more, and talk with them about these things. And, different people that I find. I can watch these videos with them, read, get these books. I got my oldest daughter Megan Rose's book, and she already is noticing different things in there with, some of the drawings that are in there, and she hasn't quite started the book because she's finishing another one, but she's been flipping through it, and she came to me the other day and was showing me a few things that she recognized. So it really is an amazing time, you guys, and I truly would love to help the children even more. I feel like a lot of times our children are just their abilities and the indoctrination that they go through in the schools, it's so heartbreaking and sad to see, right? I mean, you look at things like mermaids and dragons and fairies and all these magical things that people they tell you isn't real, and they don't let you explore those things. And I've always believed those things were real, right? And I still to this day encourage my kids with them, and you know look for mermaids. We've got a fairy garden, we've got outside, we've got some inside. My son just absolutely loves dragons. That's who he's connected to. I've been working on telepathy with my son, um, and just trying to build that connection. And last night before the storm came, I could see all these different dragons within the clouds so clearly. It was so amazing, and I knew it was my son. So it was just being able to have that connection to him, and just to know that we're on the right path, right? We're exploring things, and we're working on these things. So I encourage you over the summer, if your children are normally in the school system, take this time over the summer when they're not in it to deprogram them as much as you can, to unlearn things. That for me has been the biggest thing, is realizing is that there's so much that I need to unlearn in order to take in things that actually really resonate with me, to figure out what resonates with me. There's a lot of people that I follow on YouTube, and I've watched them do different things that they're sharing their knowledge and their wisdom. There's some of them that I really resonate with, but it doesn't mean that everything that they say I totally resonate with, or that I take, right, as my own truth. I sit with it and I see how I feel. I'll do a little bit of my own research. I've always been the type of person that more goes inwards, and my intuition, what is my intuition telling me on something? So I do that, right? And some things I'm just like, I'm not resonating with that. But like all of this that they're talking about, I really resonate with, or it's speaking to me. So I encourage you guys to do that. I really encourage you guys to do that with your children. Make sure that your children are getting a lot and lots of water. Water is so important. Clean water, right? So filtered water, always, whenever possible. I've got crystals in my water. We Reiki our water. My children also know how to do Reiki, so it's something that they will also, I do have to encourage them more to do it. It's not something that they kind of just do on their own yet, but they'll do it when I encourage them, right? I also did one of May Levy's activation. She's got another one coming up today, which I'm super excited about. Her light language activations. But the last one that she had, no, sorry, I think it was the first one in this series that she had. And it came with an activation that you sat with her drawing, because she does these drawings of light language, and you do the activation with that. And this one you put it on your water, and it helps to activate and cleanse your water. So we've got that on our water system as well too. My kids always are hearing me about drinking water. Eating as clean as possible. If you've got children that will eat like fruits and vegetables, definitely let them take that all in, right? A lot of kids are snackers. They don't always have to eat like these big meals, right? And most importantly is get them outside, get them off the electronics, out of the matrix. Use this time to get them outside, to get them in this sunshine, right? These healing rays, get these light codes in them, get their feet planted in the ground without shoes and socks on. A lot of times I'll even just go lay on my front lawn. My little guy will come out there with me. So yeah, I just really encourage you. I know it's harder with older kids that have already been sucked into the electronics. It's harder to get them off those, but it's so important, especially right now. So I just encourage you guys with this, and just check in with your kids, right? They are the light beams that are, they come in strong, they come in already shining, right? We're the ones trying to get back to that, and to find that we each have, right? And to activate that again. And they have so much to teach us, right? Like so much to teach us. So I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. I know it is here, at least it is supposed to be hot, hot, hot. So even for yourself, make sure you're drinking a lot of water, stay hydrated, rest when needed, and get out in that sun. Have a fantastic day. We'll chat soon.